Oh well. Hopefully they don't take back my tip. All right, so I got this triple stack from home, and I picked up the first order, which was at Rockin' Deli, and now I'm going to Harvey's to pick up the other 2 orders. And Uber has a quest tonight. I'll show it to you here because there's a lot of different pillars. And then DoorDash had peak pay at some point. It's gonna end soon. And also, where's he going into red light? And also Skip has my $4 gear up. So let's see what we can get done tonight. It is snowing, it's cold, and it's Friday night. So, but it's 7:40. So I don't know, I'm gonna be out here for about 2.5 hours, 2 hours. So let's see if we can get at least $60. That would be great. So I dropped off those 3 orders, and then I was like, okay, am I gonna go at the bottom of Ojai or the top? Because I was in the middle, and I decided to go to the top, and then boom, I get an order from Uber at the bottom. So I just turned around and I'm gonna go pick this up. And this is going to give me an additional $5 because then I will have completed the 2nd tier of the Uber Eats quest. And then let's see if we can get that 3rd tier. That'd be great. And then let's see what else we can get. So far, it's a Uber night. Let's see the other apps. I got 1 ping on Skip and it was not good. And DoorDash, 1 hotspot. That's it. Friday night. Let's go to this Italian place. I love how it smells in here. Oh my god, this food smells amazing, completely amazing. But you know what the girl did inside of the restaurant? So I have a pizza, I have pasta, and I have fries. She wanted to scoop up the bag of fries that was on the counter already prepared. So she tilted the pizza to scoop it up with to scoop up the bag. And I was like, isn't that a pizza? Like, what are you doing?
It looks a little slanted.
Oh my god, this customer said, knock once, thanks. And I was like, what's gonna happen if I knock twice? Tell me why I went to knock, my hand slipped, I didn't knock twice. I was like, oops. Oh my goodness. Oh well, hopefully they don't take back my tip. Okay, so I just took a chance with this McDonald's order with Skip. I have not picked up an order from McDonald's in months because I'm just not doing it. However, when this came in, I was like, ooh, this is a good price. And I wasn't getting anything from the other app. So I was like, might as well take it. Obviously, it's drive-through only, but I don't do the drive-through because it's ridiculously long. So I stood up there and then they started making it as they saw me. One customer went, he almost backed into the guy behind him. That was hilarious. But the highlight was that a car pulled up and he was blasting his music before he pulled up. And then finally he pulled up and he saw me and he went like this. And I was like this. And then the lady in the passenger seat pulled down her window and she's like, what are you waiting for here? I'm like, oh, I'm waiting for a online order, a Skip order. So then she's like, oh, this place is horrible. I'm like, I know. And she goes, yeah, I'm a Skip driver too. I'm like, I had them blacklisted. She goes, but then an order came in that you couldn't refuse, right? I was like, exactly.
You read my mind.
I'm like, that's exactly what happened. So then she was like, do you want to come in and warm up? I'm like, no, thank you. It's okay. Like, I already had it prepared. You know, I had one hand in my pocket and then I switched. And he goes, well, I'm going to stay here until they give you your order and I'm going to hold up their line. I was like, oh, you're so sweet. You don't really have to. So then he knocks on the window at McDonald's and they finally come to the window and they're like, yes. And he's like, we've been waiting for our order. And she goes, yes, I have it here ready for you. He's like, but you're supposed to come to the window within 1:30. And then he started like listing out all these things. And I was like,
How do you know all this stuff?
Like, I was like, wait, what? Like, I was so surprised. And then his wife was like, and like she turned into the side like, oh my God. And then he's like listing off a whole bunch of things. You're supposed to come to the window by a specific time. You're supposed to clear your window. So meaning somebody actually at the window letting me like pass through, push me up further or something within 2 minutes. He like, and then within 4 minutes, you're supposed to complete my order. And I was like, oh my God, how does he know all of this? And he goes, I run a McDonald's. This is not the way that you run a McDonald's. And I was like, oh, so he actually like knows what he's talking about. So then they're like, okay, and he's like, and what about her skip order? So they're like, we have it prepared, like it was bagging up. So then he's like, okay, so you're gonna hand it to her? So then she's like, well, I'm gonna hand you yours and then I'll be able to hand her hers. So then he looks in the bag, he's like, and can we get our drinks, please? And then they're like, oh, you don't have your drinks? He's like, no. So then they hand him the drinks and he's like, and you as a crew manager, you need to do better with managing these employees. She's like, but they're all finished. She's like, well, then there shouldn't be so many employees there like that. Because I swear it was like 8 or 9 of them and they're just like standing around. That's not a good look when you have a lineup that's like super long at McDonald's. So finally then he asked for mayo and all this kind of stuff and I was like, oh my gosh. He's like, good luck. I'm like, thank you so much. Have a great night. And then he left and they gave me my bag. I was like, whoa, this was interesting. Like, what? And he wasn't disrespectful at all. He just knew the rules and he knew they were following the rules. Like, what? Now I know some info for McDonald's. You have to clear the window. You have to come to the window within 1:30 and you got to clear the window within 2 minutes. Good to know. I just picked up this order here from Mr. Puffs. It smelled amazing in there. I was like, I want some Mr. Puffs. But that goes against the goals that I have right now. But it smelled so good. So now I'm about to go drop it off and I'll turn back on Uber to see if I could get that 3rd tier of the Quest because I got the 2nd one. This is where I just delivered. So dark, no lights. I just dropped off that order. The house is always dark. I remember that house. I used that house as an example in a video once to show what to do when you deliver to houses where it's so dark. Well, that was a waste of my time. It made me cut off talking to you guys for $5 for 16 kilometers. Anywho, that house was so dark. After I dropped off that order, I was like, all right, let me turn back on Uber. And then I'm like, wait, the Quest is over. It ended at 9:59. So I did not get the 3rd tier of the Quest, but there's always tomorrow. So now I am on my way home. And I'm telling myself tomorrow is going to be a day like today where I am going to get some Quests because Uber will be good to me. Because sometimes Uber is not good to me with the Quests. Check out this video here if you want to know what I'm talking about.